Alright, seems we're ready to go now. Any second now the race should begin, and we shall see who will reign victorious in on-screen keyboard percent. Yami probably trying to hit the reset key there, but for some reason not being able to make it work. Has to go to the menu and reset manually. Both races picking up an Obsidian Dagger. Heather getting the leprechaun kill there. Heather taking trapdoor down 2-1-3. Meanwhile, Yami now go down 2-1-2. Heather checking the shop. Going to pick up a base torch and a crown teleportation. Yami checking the 1-2 shop, picking up chainmail. Meta carry on Yami's side, going to bring Yami up to 4 full heart containers. Heather down to the first boss, which will be Fortissimo 1. Handling the trapdoor room. Okay, taking 1 heart of damage. Heather getting the flawless on Fortissimo. Checking black for Squigga suit. Good find. Maybe not what they were looking for. Yami going down on 1-3 to a red dragon. Getting cornered there. Between the corner of level 2 walls and an unbreakable wall. Heather completely buying out the shop. Going to get a freeze spell and a torch of foresight. Heather pulsing the trapdoor room. Never food shop. Heather accidentally resetting. Oh no. So both racers now on 1-1 after that unfortunate reset. Yami going down once again on zone 1. Oh, Yami trying to throw kill. Not going to get it. Thanks to that RNG. Heather taking hit with the crown teleportation, going to get set back into the shop. Probably more importantly doesn't take any damage. They're now down to Morticimal 1 once again. Accidentally resetting again. I believe the reset key is R. So switching back up to press R press W might end up with the accidental reset. It might be worth the time to unbind that, but as long as you remember to rebind it afterwards. Doesn't seem like Heather's going to unbind it, however. Yami picking up a staff, a golden staff, from the Pain Shrine, I believe. Heather going for a shopkeep kill in the shop here. In order to pick up that titanium longsword and crown teleportation and base torch. Yami taking a big fireball hit, not being able to jump up in time. Meanwhile, Heather is now down to Morticimal 1 with only a heart. However, does have the crown teleportation. Yami is now also down to Morticimal 1. Currently, Heather has the flag plant for 2-2, I believe. Yami going down to a ghost, getting hit with half a heart and missing a beat. I think. Not sure about that one, but I'm pretty sure that's what happened. Heather trying to find a way to crack open that barrel. Will not be able to. Heather checking the shop to find that there's no shopkeeper in there. Oh, they're finding a potion room and the bombs to break it open. And have bombs to spare, of course. Now they're setting the new flight plan at 2-3. However, there's still quite a bit of time left to finish this run. Everything, time to check this hidden room here. And finding a chest with the luminous torch inside of it. There, down to Coral Rift 2. They're dropping a beat there, not going to be able to get the flawless on this boss. Seems like the racers have opposite problems. Yami struggling to hit the reset button and Heather hitting the reset button on accident. I'd say Heather's case is worse. They're now down to 3-3. Yami going down on 1-3. Oh, Heather in a little bit of a hairy situation there. However, we'll be going down to King Konga 3 with 2 hearts thanks to the Ring of Regen. Don't you get flawless? And we'll end up checking the chests. We checking red for war drum. Meanwhile, Yami going to get the flawless on for Dismal 1. Picking up a square suit. They're doing a little bit of reaching there, having to hit control on the on-screen keyboard in order to hit the drum, then hitting up to break the statues. Little bit of mouse gymnastics there. Oh, they're hitting the blue dragon through the blade master there. Yami now down a 2-3, taking trapdoor and picking up the glass build somewhere along the way. And buying a heal spell in the shop. Probably gonna reach the flag plant timer. Nope, actually not probably. It's possible. Other getting telemonkeyed way back to the beginning. Meanwhile, Yami is working through Coral Rift 2. Not going to get the flawless. Yami rolling with the glass stagger onto zone 3. But Heather taking a few explosions there and accidentally resetting again. Alright, I'm pretty sure, yep. Heather wins by flag plant. Hey, so the first leap goes to Heather. Who needs one more to win this set? Not using the on-screen keyboard to enter the seat this time. Alright, we are off on race 2 in this best of 3. Heather has 1 point over Yami. Heather taking the longsword. Throw shots are probably going to be a bit too involved for this. Yami also often you take the longsword. Heather getting the value bomb, opening up a blood shop, and getting a bomb out of that barrel. And another bomb out of the blood shop and holy water for healing. So that's 1 free bomb. And a little bit of healing damage. Heather checking lock shop, and Yami doing the same. Inside there is some obsidian armor. I think Yami just missed a bomb there. However, Heather going for the kill, picking up the obsidian harp, magic apple, and obsidian armor. Heather also picking up an infernal torch. Using the infernal torch to pick up a glass shovel. Yami grinding enough money in order to pick up the obsidian armor. However, that means in order for protection you have to keep the beat, which might not necessarily be a good thing. How they're using the transmogrifier in order to obtain a curd shovel. Both races basically down to 1-3 at the same time. However, Yami has only half a heart and a lesser of a build. Yami finding an urn. Going to use the red dragon to open it. Inside there's a pulse spell, a titanium bow, and a ham. Yami eating the ham right away to heal back up, getting snagged while trying to escape from the red dragon there, using because of the bow. Back down to half a heart. Yami going down to quarter with 1. How they're not going to be able to get the flawless. Moving down to 2-1. So they're encountering the ghost shopkeeper, killing it with relative ease. However, it's in a using the infernal torch to kill the dragon there. Very, very nice. Oh, they're taking the boss shrine. Getting a holster out of it. And buying it for strength charm to get a 2-4 damage harp. So they're taking the trapdoor down to death metal 2. Taking a hit from the clone there. However, uses the 2 damage harp to wipe out the Minotaur. Now on to death metal 2 himself. Killing off Death Knell with relative ease thanks to the 3 damage. Accidentally placing a bomb there. Heather picking up Ring of War for a 3-5 damage harp. Heather finding a lovely cracked wall, no way to open it. Meanwhile, Yami's opting to spend the bombs on the urn. Going to bomb it properly for the 3 items. And is now prepared to face the red dragon. And there's revenge kill. Yami onto the first boss, Coral Rift 1. Hello, picking up yet more damage, making the harp a 4-6 harp. Probably is going to look for something else to swap to. Heather going down to a goblin. Going to go up a beat early, so the flag plant is now on 3-2, I believe. Now Yami making way down to zone 2. However, we'll go down to half a heart. Going to go down to a goblin after, I think, misinputting a spell. However, there is a lot of time left to finish a run for Vault Racers. Heather transmogging for a base axe, which go well with the war that can be found later, and the other additional damage up. Heather waiting out the leprechaun, going to kill it for a luck gem and a little bit of gold. Heather killing the shopkeep for the ring of piercing and course armor and backpack. think Yami's hitting like the Windows key or something on accident because it's right next to the right key, which is pausing their game. Yami going down to core with 1. Yami being able to retain the flawless pretty easily with the titanium bow. Checking purple for Tomes. Misinputting once again. Not going to take their Tomes. How they're not getting the flawless. Yami buying Myers cap and lead boots in the 2-on shop. Races are neck and neck, however Heather does have the flag plant on zone 3. Yami opting to take the trapdoor down to death metal and using close spell right away to clear out the Minotaur. Keeping the 4 clones alive while hitting the shield so that more don't spawn. Accidentally pulsing at the end there and dropping the flawless in the middle of it. Yami finding a potion room. Still has a shopkeep alive, however also can't check that level 3 cracked wall. Accidentally pulses again. Having the shift key right next to 2 movement keys, which is the first spell slot hotkey. Heather down to half a heart. Yami accidentally pulsing again, this time losing a whole heart because of standing on hot coals. Yami getting cornered, going to eat the ham real fast, however will go down. That may or may not be a flag plant. I believe Heather made it to 3-2, I'm not sure, I have to go check. They're now also down to zone 3. However, is sticking with that part, going to go down to blue slime, or nice slime, or whatever. Gonna slide right into it. Well, the streams are breaking up because I tried opening my own stream up. So, quick reset. I can now confirm that Heather has a flag plant on 3-2. So Yami has to make it to 3-3 in order to win this in the next under 2 minutes. Definitely possible. Yami certainly pushing. Gonna Pulse just needs to make it to the exit room here in the next minute in order to take the victory and move it on to the third race. And Yami will take race number 2 by flag plant. So yep, GG. We will be moving on to race 3, the final race. The winner of this determines the winner of the set. Alright, both races have a seat entered, and we are ready to move on to the final race of the set of on-screen keyboard necrodancing as part of GrudgeDOR. Heather's off. Yami's 3 seconds behind on the delay. Heather bombing the Shriner, picking up Ring of War, going to use it to try to clear out the Shriner room. Yami not picking up any ring, trying to clear it with just a base dagger. Both of them will not be successful in the Shriner kill. Heather attempting again to pick up the Ring of War will be unsuccessful once again. Yami choosing Ring of Regen and popping a War Shrine will go down. Heather, however, will be able to clear the Shriner using the Ring of War. Pops Peace Shrine for an extra heart. Yami also using the Ring of War in order to clear up the Shriner room. However, will decide to leave with Ring of Regen. Heather finding a Bloodshot, picking up the Obsidian Broadsword. Heather taking Trapdoor. Down to 1-3. Taking a hit. Bringing Heather down to just a heart. Yami also taking the same Trapdoor. Does not have the Obsidian Broadsword. However, it does have the Ring of Regen to keep health up. Heather getting caught by a monkey! Will go down to a yellow skeleton. Heather trying to do the Shriner kill once again for the Ring of War. Heather will be successful this time. However, does not kill the Shriner in the process, so has to pay. Yeah, but Heather just threw in. Oh, this time taking Blood Shrine for a Blood Harp. Interesting. Blood Harp and Blood Trouble. Maybe that's what you need? You love a regen? Yami, flag planting onto King Konga 1. Heather going for a kill. Picking up leaping. Gold Cutlass and Curse Potion. However, is brought down to only a half a heart. Pops a Curse Potion. 3 Curse Hearts for Heather. Yami gets a flawless on King Konga 1. We'll be checking black for an obsidian harp. Bombing the Shrine of Darkness or an Infernal Torch. Heather now down to King Kong 1. Yami moving down 222. Yami seem to have swapped away from the Sand Harp to a base longsword. No damage ups. Going to pass on the dagger phasing. Heather getting a base harp instead of a base longsword. DUC variants from the shopkeeper kill. Meanwhile, Yami down 2-3. Hello, moving down to 2-2. Yami having a little bit of trouble clearing out the swarm and going to go down to the Blood Nightmare. Due to only having 1 damage and not being able to retreat quick enough. Heather, however, is down to just half a heart, but they are actual heart containers and they aren't cursed. Yami doing the Shrine of Kill. Taking Ring of Regen once again. Heather encountered Transmogrifier. Trying to break this barrel somehow. Going to break it using the gold kill. Using the gold cutlass, I mean. Bombing the Lost Shrine before activating it for a cheese. Now I'm going to get hit by a giant orange slime. I thought they were gold. They're actually orange. No way. Heather getting big digs! 3 damage, gold cutlass. And finding an urn. There's a spike trap there, there's a trapdoor. Going to use gold kills together though, of course, you have the gold cutlass. I've seen Bo in it, which means Heather has a 3-5 knockback bow, which is pretty safe. As long as the enemies don't come from diagonal. You can just stand there and wait. Heather down to Core Rift 2. Has Frog Socks. Doesn't need to activate them. But is using them to help clear out this boss safely. Going to get Flawless. Heather will be checking purple for heal spell. Going to replace the bomb spell. And you get bomb charm out of it, thanks to the transmute. Using the 5 damage bow to wipe out that Dark Minotaur there. 5 damage knockback bow here. 3-5 damage. Very safe. This will possibly be the first clear of this set. I think accidentally blood magicking there on Heather's side. Yami opting to take the Ring of War this time instead of Ring of Regen. Heather's at half a heart, so that might be a problem. Yami going down, getting surrounded on 1-3. Meanwhile, Heather making way down to Artissimal 3. Going to take a big hit from Beetle, down to half a heart, and dropping the Flawless. Doing the stair heal. Going to get 1.5 hearts, moving into zone 4. Heather getting the stair heal back to full health here, or 2 heart containers full. Heather stepping right into the spike trap there. So Heather has a flag plant on 4-2. Yami has a little less than 8 minutes in order to make it 4-3 to win the set. However, it is dying a lot on this attempted Shriner kill. That might be it. Doesn't seem like Yami's restarting. Nope, we're still racing until flag plant timer of 20 minutes. Yami had about a 3-second delay from the timer start, so Yami has until the timer hits 20 minutes and 3 seconds to make it to zone 3. Yami going down to 1-3 trapdoor room. Has under 6 minutes to make it to 4-3 now. That seems to be it. Yami doesn't seem to be restarting, and probably won't be able to make the flag plant in time, so I guess the loot goes to Heather, and Heather wins this at 2-1 over Yami of on-screen keyboard. Necro dancing. Yep, GG. GG both races. Very fun watch. Very fun race to watch. Quite a bit of fat fingering and stuff, but I mean, that's part of the category. That's the fun of it. You have to embrace what makes it fun, and that's what makes it fun. Kappa, no Kappa. Alright, there doesn't seem to be anything I can cast anytime soon. So I guess I won't be casting anymore, but I'll probably still stream because I feel like streaming right now.